boys back, and I done did it again one more time. Yes, man, super excited. Okay, a lot of cool things is happening right now, guys. You guys gotta pay attention. Yeah, man. So I'm actually over here, getting ready to launch my new software as a service. Super excited for it. Um, I believe we're gonna make a really big bag just from the market research that I've done and pretty much the features that I'm bringing into it. So the application that I'm actually launching is pretty much a trading journal focusing on Weeble. We'll probably go in and add other, other platforms, sorry, other trading platforms. But initially, it's gonna be focused on Weeble. There's a bunch of different companies out there that do things similar to what I'm launching, but the difference is that they're not beginner friendly. Okay, and also they're focusing on just giving a lot of information, right? So technically what the application is an app to help people make the right decisions to, when they're trading, to see what they're doing right, what they're doing wrong, right? It's a mixture between getting the data that they already have, having AI go through the data that they have, seeing when they actually have a winning percentage that's higher, right? Different time frames, what type of stocks they trade that, can help them go in and actually be more profitable. So it's a lot of features that we add into it, but I'm super excited because last night I basically knocked out almost everything, like literally almost everything. It's like the MVP is done. Now I'm just throwing the little icing on the cake. Okay. The stack that I'm using is Laravel, React, and you might say, Joe, but don't you like Vue.js now? And the answer is yes. Okay. But the truth is that a lot of these AI tools, they are basically trained on React. And right now, I'm building this whole application. If I was to build this application, I would need a team to build it because there's a lot of features, a lot of different things, a lot of moving pieces. And the cool thing about using AI is that you can actually go in and be as productive as like 10 developers by yourself. Now, with React, because this LLMs are trained on React, it just zooms through everything. Okay, like you just go in, put in exactly what you need. Of course, you got to go over the code, right? Sometimes it does a little hiccups here and there, but shit, bro, like I'm killing it. I feel like Superman when I'm coding now. Like I'm zooming through everything. So again, what's really cool is, and why I know this software as a service is gonna succeed, is two main reasons, right? I've done this before. I've grown platforms from from zero users to getting it to 1,000 users, paying members, right? I believe that by the end of probably November, I should have about 1,000 to 2,000 paying members. Now the platform is going to be $20 a month. A lot of the competitors that's out there, they charge $50 for basic stuff. Like they're not even giving you the whole thing. They charge $50 because again, it's a niche that has money, right? Anybody that's trading, right, that's in this space of trading, they understand that you got to invest, right? It's not like you're dealing with people where they broke, they don't got money. It's like, no, you're basically dealing with people that have money to spend and are looking for tools to give them an edge. And that's what I'm building with this application. So I'm super excited for that, man. A little quick 20, $40,000 a month, for this year. And I believe that by next year, I'm gonna grow it even bigger. I'm planning on having this new channel called CodingPhase. Um, right? So we got CodingPhase, which is teaching people how to code, right? You guys already know that. Links in the description, which is basically helping people, get into the game learn all of these tech skills to be able to get a job. Now, trading phase, what I'm going to do with that is going to be basically creating content on, and this is stuff that I teach on the Profitable Developer course. If you guys are not in it, I don't know what you're doing with yourself, because you're missing out. I'm telling you guys right now. You missed out on the pre-order. That's fine. Trust me. Links on the descriptions. You can still get 20% off. It's a great deal. What I'm telling you guys right now, the things that you're gonna learn in there is pretty much the whole game plan of how I launch services, products, right, and how I'm able to go in and scale them. Okay, so if your goal is to say, hey man, I want to make some side income, how can I use my skills? You can check out the Profitable Developer course, which is on the link in the description. I basically teach you about freelancing online, freelancing locally, and also too I teach you about digital products. So what you see here, CodingPhase.com, is a platform where we provide services and also two digital products. Okay, what are the digital products? The courses. What are the services? Everything else that comes with CodingPhase. We do live meetings with you. Freaking check out your portfolio, help you with your resume, give you access to entry-level jobs.ai completely for free. Basically, we hold your hand through the whole process. We search for jobs for you. We tell you these are the jobs that you need to be applying to, and that gives you an edge, right? So it's a mixture between products and services. Now, trading phase, right? Focusing on just providing this product for people. Okay, so the best way to actually let people know about your service is by creating content organically. Okay, same thing that you see me here. Why do I show up every day? Of course, to hang out with you guys and talk to you guys and give you some motivation, because even if you don't take my courses or you learn from me, I still want you to do good. You get what I'm saying? I want you to still learn. I give a lot of gems here. But we're planning on doing the same thing with trading phase. Okay, I've been doing pretty good trading myself. Just right now, check right now. There's a stock that's like, it's called HCTI or HTCI. I can't remember the exact name. Right now, I got a play right now that I'm up like $4,000 or $5,000. Okay, so it's taken me 3 years to really get really good. But this is what I'm doing with this new service, right? This new product, trading phase. I'm basically going in and solving the problems that a lot of beginners have, right? So for me, it took me a long time to really be profitable with trading, and it was because I didn't have the tools, right? When you have the right tools, you can actually see what's going on in your account. Why is it that you're losing money? And then from there, using AI and looking at the way how you've been trading, AI can go in and help you with actually, flipping that around. So instead of you being red, how can you be green every single day? Now, again, this is not financial advice, right? We don't promise anything, right? We're just providing the tools. If you go in and you make bad decisions, that's on you, right? If you go in and you take $10,000 and you put it on a random stock, and you have no stop losses, you have no take profits, like, that's on you, right? Everything that goes up goes down. But if I had a tool like this one that I've created, right, I could actually see, like, what am I doing wrong? And I could have seen that from the beginning. That's the biggest problem that people have when they're trading. It's like they don't know what to trade, they don't know how to trade, and they don't know how to actually go in and turn things around, right? Because a lot of times you're profitable. This was what used to happen to me. I used to be profitable all the time, right? Meaning that I will get into a stock, the stock will go 20, 30, 40%. But the greed, right? The greed of me trying to make more money, I will always lose, right? So I would lose, after making a 20, 30% on return on my investment, I will still end up losing because I will be holding it until I get to, like, you know, a 50% or 80%, 100%. Sometimes I used to be like 80% up and I still hold it, expecting to go to 100. You should never do that. What you should do is you take profits along the way. Okay. So yeah, a lot of these things that I'm telling you guys right now is the things that we're adding to this new service, trading phase. And of course it's going to be interesting, because what I'm going to do also is basically teach in there, give like whoever signs up to trading phase, give them, you know, a course. Of course, anybody that wants to buy the course, they can just buy the course. But I'm gonna go in and teach them how to use the service, okay, and how to go in and actually, you know, get the best returns out of the service itself. Okay, so it's so interesting though, because everything that I've been telling you guys over the years is exactly what I'm implementing into this new service. And it's really cool, because I'm finding myself in a situation where, like, every single application, and this is why I try to teach you guys in the profitable developer course, right? The skills that I learned from getting clients online help me get clients in person. Okay, the skills that I learned to deal with clients, right, and being able to see the problems that they're having, allowed me to understand what are the things that they need, right? So for example, a client comes up to you and tells you, hey man, you know, I need to create a inventory management system. For example, let's say somebody comes in and asks you about that. But all the inventory management systems that's out there, they're a little bit too difficult. So he's willing to pay you for you to build him one that's more simple and straight to the point for that person, right? Now, because you realize that this person, this business owner, has this issue, guess what? I guarantee you there's at least 1,000 to 2,000 other business owners having the exact same issue. Okay? So now, the things that you learn as a freelancer, right? You can go in and create a digital product. So you could teach the person how to go in and use the inventory management system, or you could create a simple, you know, service so they could use it, right? So that's where the digital product comes in. Or you could say, you know what, if I'm able to get, you know, 5-10 people to purchase this product, I could go in and create a service where now, instead of me having to go in and trade my time for money, right? Because I could go in and get like 10-20 clients, me building them inventory management systems. But what if I built one inventory management systems that solved the problem for 10 of them, 20 of them? So instead of me having to create one every single time, I just create one that solves the problem for all the other type of business owners. So at that point, that's when you go in and you have a software as a service, right? So you see the mindset, right? Every single thing that you do, right, as a developer helps you achieve the next level. Okay, this is why I try to teach you in the profitable developer course. It's a process. Okay, if you go in and you say, well, I'm trying to learn how to build software as a service, but you don't even know how to get one client, guess what? You're gonna fail. It's a guaranteed. You're gonna fail automatically, because you don't have the skills to understand what does people, you know, business owners need, right? And then on top of that, you don't know how to market yourself. If you cannot market yourself, right, and you don't know how to actually go in and put yourself out there, let people know your services that you provide, you're not going to get clients. So once you achieve that and you're able to get clients, everything else falls into place, because now you know how to market yourself, right? You know how to do research and see what are the problems that business owners are having. And then from there, now that you achieve a level of, let's say, a full stack developer, now what you do is you go in and create a service that solves the problem for all of those clients that you had. And again, because you're marketing yourself out there, you're able to go in and solve the problem to people that are across the globe. This is how you make money 24/7. Okay, so all of these things is what I'm teaching you guys, a profitable developer course. Now, for anybody that's interested in that, links in the description. Okay, now going back to what I was saying about CodingPhase, I'm super excited about this because it's like I found a problem, right? This is the shit, when that shit just hits like a little bell in your head, a little freaking light bulb, and you go like ding 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 ding. Oh shit, I found a problem that people are having, right? Usually the way how I find a lot of my problems is things that I'm having issues with, right? So for example, right, CodingPhase. What was the point of CodingPhase, right? When I started learning how to code, I found myself going to multiple platforms, and what they did was they teach you how to code. You go to Codecademy, you go to lynda.com, you go to Team Treehouse, you go to Udemy, right? You go to YouTube. All they're doing is teaching you, right, how to code, but they don't teach you how to get a job. They just say, hey man, you learn this thing and you're gonna be able to get a job. The truth is, like, most people fail because they're not actually teaching you how to get a job. They're not teaching you the skills that you need. So for a beginner, it's very difficult. So I had issues. I mean, remember, I always tell you guys this story. I started in 2011. I didn't get hired till 2012. I spent like a whole year just at home, when in reality, I could have been working as a content editor. I could have been working as an email developer. That information wasn't available to me. People didn't tell me about that. So guess what happened, right? I had to wait my ass at home until I got an opportunity, right? I was going for front-end developer roles, right? It's difficult to get a front-end developer role without experience. And once I realized, oh shoot, this thing's called product editor, content editor, web administrator. Let me try that out. So that helped me land my first job. And then from there, I just continued to grow. Okay. So the same concept is what I'm doing now with TradingPhase. You know, learning to trade is not easy. Okay. And again, it's just difficult. But in this day and age, right, if you're not trading, if you're not building assets, you're basically gonna be broke. That's just the facts. You can't leave it to the economy. You can't leave it to your president. It doesn't matter if it's Trump, Kamala, all of these people, they fuck up. They make their own decisions, and the decisions that they usually make is for the people that's all the way on the top. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't have, $100 million to go in and put into a campaign and say, hey man, make sure you put this type of jobs, make sure you put in this and that. We don't have access to that. You know who has access to that? Walmart, Amazon, Facebook, right? Google, those big companies, right, have the budget to go in and lobby. So in a sense, there's even bigger lobbyists, right? There's the companies that's here, you see the whole drama with Trump and Elon Musk, right? Elon Musk is like, oh, Trump is fucking me up because he's trying to take away the what was the name of the thing? It's not like a reward, it's like whatever deductions for electric vehicles, right? But guess what? There's bigger lobbyists, okay? There's people that spending more money to get Trump to go in and focus on getting American cars who are driving gas, right? We have a lot of oil here in the United States, in freaking Alaska, in a whole bunch of other parts of the United States, right? Same thing as gas, right? And these companies are lobbying for, not pushing electric vehicles. So when you have, whatever politics you're into, right? It's whoever put money into this people's pocket that they really care about. So it's not really about you and me, right? So the way how you got to play the game is you got to understand how finance work. You got to understand how to trade, how to buy a property, how to know if that property is going to grow over time, right? I could give you another example of things, because I just keep on learning. I'm constantly learning. I'm constantly, when you see me, I say, hey, Joe, you got a platform where you got courses and you got training, this and that. Yes. And I also buy courses still to this day. I buy trading courses. I buy business courses. I buy marketing courses, right? I'm constantly learning, right? Now, the next thing that I'm buying into, right, in courses is really training my mind for, just finance and how this whole shit works. I'll give you a great example, right? So I bought my house for $330,000 in 2020. And the reason why I bought it was because I knew in the middle of the pandemic, people was going to try to go in and buy all the houses, because you know it just makes sense. If people's gonna be locked up, locked in, guess what? People's gonna be in their homes, right? And people's gonna want to move to areas where they could be going outside. So I decided, let me go in and buy a house before things get expensive, and I bought it here in Florida. Now my house is worth almost $800,000. Okay, now guess what? I put a lot of money into this house. I put in about $330,000 for for the initial mortgage, right? Then from there we got in on $50,000 in furniture, because when you have a big house, right, and you're moving from an apartment or a small house, now you got to buy furniture. All that shit is expensive. That's $50,000, right? Probably a little bit more now, right? So on top of that, then I go in and I had to deal with hurricanes, right? I had to go in and deal with around like $180,000 of like fixing the house, getting it all back together, right? Then on top of that, I had to rent a place for me to go in and live while they were fixing the house. That was another $30,000, right? Then from there we have around like $20,000 to $30,000 in tree work. So when I think about it, right, I kind of put in like 300, almost $400,000 into my house. Okay, now this is the game. They tell you the American dream is buying a house. Once you buy a house, then now you're secure. Okay, and in a sense, they're right. But what you're doing is you're parking your money, your income, your assets into this one property. Okay? What happens if that property is not growing as much as you like? I'm lucky that I live in an area, it's a good area. I got I got the airport freaking 18 minutes away without traffic. I'm from downtown 15, right? I'm close to everything. And Tampa's a hot city. People want to live here. So my property is going to go up. But what happens if you buy a home in Ohio? That shit's going like fucking $2,000 every 6 months. Like, you're not really making money like that, right? But this is where not having that information and that knowledge, kind of fucks you over, right? Let's say 2019, right? I got $500,000 cash, right? Let's say I went in and I had the knowledge, right? And just the information about trading or just investing into the market, right? Let's say I would have had that knowledge, the knowledge that I have now. That 500,000, let's say I would have put like 300,000, right? That would have been like $3 million, $4 million by now. Okay? Now, mind you, my money's being parked. And my money's being parked in my house. Okay? Right? Of course, that's not all my money. But my money's been parked. A large chunk has been parked in a home. Luckily, it has been able to grow. But let's say $330,000, right? Would have put it into Bitcoin. Would have put it into, Nvidia, Tesla, right? There was a lot of growth over the last 5 years. That would have basically 10x. That would have been $3 million, right? At the bare minimum. That same $300,000, right, would have been $3 million. Now, why didn't I do that? Because I just didn't have the knowledge. I didn't have the information. Sometimes you see a lot of stuff here on YouTube, and at the end of the day, you might think like, oh, this is bullshit. This is, people's lying, people's scamming. Yes, there's a lot of scammers, and there's a lot of, snake oil salesmen, right? Like if somebody comes in and tells you, hey man, I'm going to teach you how to be a millionaire by tomorrow. Yeah, they're capping. If you see a guy going in like this, right? Hey guys, so you could see his Rolls Royce, his Lambo, that's cap. You know what I'm saying? The people that got bread don't even move like they got bread. You get what I'm saying? You might see me like, yo, this dude don't even got a shape up. What's going on? You gonna dye your beard, yo? What's going on? When you go to Turkey, what's going on there? Get the Tory, right? You might say, shit. You know what I mean? What jersey is this? What is this, Joe? You got money? You supposed to have like Louis. You supposed to have Gucci. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Right now, I'm driving a little Chevy, right? A little Chevy. It's a nice car, it's Traverse, right? 2025. You know what I'm saying? It's nice, right? But ain't no Bentley though. It ain't no Lambo though, right? So you telling me you got bread? The truth is, yeah. But this is the mentality that I had before, right? Of like, you gotta look like money, right? You gotta look like you got it. And what I realize is that a lot of the people that look like they got it, they don't got it. Okay? And it's all about not having financial literacy. You get what I'm saying? Like not knowing how this whole game works. You don't want to go in, right? I give you an example. I've fucked up a lot of money over the years, right? Going out, vacations all the time, this and that, buying $130,000 freaking car, then going in, trading in it for another one, crash it, lose $70,000 on that. You know what I'm saying? I've fucking thrown money in the air, right? I've thrown money in the air, literally. But it's because of not having the information, not having somebody to guide me, not having somebody that could teach me the game. I'm a dude that's coming from the bottom. I've made a lot of mistakes. You know what I'm saying? To this day, I still make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? I still make mistakes. I'm a regular dude. I don't have access to a lot of stuff. I learn by making mistakes in a sense. It sucks, right? When I come in and I give you guys game, it's really because I already made that mistake. You know what I'm saying? I already made that mistake, and I'm telling you, hey, do it this way, because now this is the right way of doing it. All right. But yeah, like I'm just a regular dude. You know what I'm saying? I've made a lot of mistakes. You know, but this is where, you know, as long as you're alive, as long as you got good health, right, you start making your changes. Because you don't have to live the same way. You don't have to make the same mistakes. You could change that. Okay? And if you don't know how to change it yourself, reach out for help. Go to people that can actually help you and help you on, you know, changing your life around. That's what I do all the time. When I start seeing myself at a ceiling, I go in and I reach out to the people that's above that ceiling, right? So they could help me and teach me how to go in and get to the next level, right? I'm not scared to invest in myself. This is all we have right here. This is all we need, okay? In good health. But yeah, man, you know, if I would have known everything that I know now, bro, I wouldn't even fucking buy no Lambo, no fucking Mercedes, no nothing. I don't want none of that shit. The shit that I know now, like, bro, I mean, when could you have thought, I mean, for me, right? I'm like talking to myself. When could I have thought of in a day, I could go in and make $5,000, right? I could go in and make $5,000. In a day, I could go in and make $7,000. In a day, I could make $700. I could go in and make $1,200 in less than, you know, 20, 30 minutes. You get what I'm saying? So there's things that, you know, we get taught that are just, it's a mistake, bro. It's a big mistake what we do. You know, buying a house, right? You should buy a house when it's an asset. When you're buying it to like rent it, or you're buying it because you already got it. You're like, okay, I got it. It's like I'm buying a house, let's say a $300,000 house. But guess what? That's fine. I could buy that $300,000 house because I got $10 million in my bank account, right? You shouldn't buy a house. It don't make no sense to buy a house. Rent. I'm telling you guys right now, this is the shit that I learned over time. Rent, okay? Let somebody else deal with that shit. I'll give you an example. When my house got messed up by hurricane, this and that, I could have picked up my shit, gone to a brand new house, not have to deal with nothing. And all I have to do is pay my little, you know, $2,500, $3,000 a month, right? Instead of going in and having to spend $200-something thousand and fixing it. That's somebody else's business, somebody else's problem. You go in and use your assets and put that asset to work for you. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the things. Buying cars brand new makes no sense. The moment you take it out the dealership, it devalues. You have one little accident, any airbags comes out, you lose half automatically. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be like, yo, it's just a little bump. But if the airbag came out, you lost half the money automatically. Makes no sense. So at that point, you might as well go in, buy the same car, used with an extra 20,000 miles on it. And now, if you do have a car accident or if you do have anything that happens to the car, you ain't spent almost nothing. You use that car like a rental. Also, too, it's better to lease your cars. Okay? If you go in and you freaking total your whole car, it's a lease. As long as you have gap insurance, guess what? You golden. You don't care about that shit. It's a lease. It's a rental. It's not yours. You don't have to deal with that shit. All right? Let somebody else deal with it. Right? You just go in and get a brand new car. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that mentality, even for me before, is like, oh, you know, it's like, man, leasing, that's like renting. You don't even own that car. I don't want to own a car. You know what I'm saying? That's my new mood. I don't want to own a car. I don't want to own a house. I don't want to own nothing. I want my money to go in and just basically make money for me. You know what I'm saying? Because if you got, like I said, if you got, I don't know, $100,000 in your pocket, right? You could do a lot with $100,000. Sometimes we say, oh, it's not a lot. It's not a lot when you're trying to flex. When you're like, yeah, man, I just bought a house. I just bought a car. That 100,000 is going to be wasted. But you got $100,000 cash. That $100,000, if you go in and you put it into the right, you know, stock, right, in the right investment, you could grow that shit, you know, 3% every single day. 2%, 1%. That's $1,000 a day. At that point, you go in and you do the math. You get what I'm saying? You do the math. It's 300, no, it's around 250 days around there of trading days, okay? You go in and grow that shit. That $100,000 can now go in and generate you income where you say, well, do I want to work, right? And this is where you start finding freedom, okay? You're not going to find freedom until you have your assets making money for you. And that's what I'm doing with this new platform and this new service, CodingPhase, where my goal there is to help beginners understand, you know, how to use these tools to help you make more money, right? Overall, right? And give the education part of like how to do this shit safely, because everything, remember, an investment is an investment. Investments, you could win money, right? And you could lose money. That's just how it is. It ain't no way around it. Right now, you open up a restaurant and say, man, I'm saving $200,000. This is my lifetime saving, right? And I'm going to do this investment. I'm going to open a restaurant. That restaurant could fail and you lose your whole $200,000. That's what an investment is, okay? The good thing about the stock market that I like is that you can say how much you're willing to lose, right? You can say, hey, man, I got $1,000. You know what? I'm risking this $1,000, but I'm willing to risk only $50 out of this $1,000. Now I'm willing to go in and risk this $1,000 to make $100 or make $300, right? But at the most, he's saying, hey, I just want to lose 50 at the most, right? And everything else is, you know, it's not like that. You go to a casino, it's not like that. You put $100 there, you can't go in and say, well, I just want to lose $5. You know what I'm saying? Just in case. I just want to lose $5. If they come in and put in the wrong card, give me that whole 100. Or give me that whole 1,000, etc. You know what I'm saying? It's a different thing. Same thing with any type of business that you do. You don't have control of what's your risk. You know? So that's the thing that I'm really focusing on right now. MJ says, I was great. I was debating whether to pay a big chunk out of the mortgage or invest that money. I mean, I'll be honest with you. Keep your money in your pocket. Keep your money in your pocket. Train yourself, right? And put that money in a high yield savings account for now, until you're ready to go in and put it into the market. Don't put that 100, let's say you have 100,000, don't put it in until you actually know how to do this and how to be profitable and how to use the right tools. Okay? But at least grow that money 5%. Right? High yield savings accounts, 4 point something, is better than having in a savings account. Okay? The regular savings account, they're not paying you shit. You know what I'm saying? You have $1,000 and they'll pay you 1 cent. You get what I'm saying? For the freaking month. Like, that's not good. Now, as far as your mortgage is your mortgage. That's a payment that's gonna be there till God knows how long, right? What you want to do is you want to use your money and start growing it. Now, when you have a large chunk come in from your investments, then you go in and you start paying off that mortgage. You start paying it off little by little. So you could go in and save money on the interest in the total, let's say over the years, right? Or do what I'm probably going to be doing in a year, I don't know, a year, 2 years from now. My plan is I'm going to sell my home. I'm just waiting for the right time to sell it because I want to get out of it 800, so I could leave out of my house with 500,000 plus the almost 100. Well, it's like 180,000 that I put into it, and I could leave out of there with $300,000 cash. At that point, I'm happy with it. I'm gonna use that same money and I'm gonna rent another property. I'm not buying no homes for now. I might buy a home 10 years, 20 years from now, where I could just leave that for the kids. But that money is not gonna be from money that I work, right? It's gonna be money where my investments have generated that income, and then now I could use that money to go in and pay for the house and say, hey, I got $200,000 for my investments. I'll pay the 200,000 down payment, or I'll pay 300, whatever it might be. At that point, I'll buy the house. I'm not buying no more homes. I'm not doing that shit. It makes no sense unless it's a property where you're renting it and stuff like that. And I could make more money than me actually going in and spending time fucking dealing with tenants. You know what I'm saying? So now it does make sense for some people, right? I give you an example, like my cousin Junior. Junior, he has like 3 homes. So he has he had a regular job, right? His regular job pay him, I think it's like $70,000-$80,000. He worked in manufacturing in a factory in Springfield, Massachusetts. So in that factory, that's the most he's making, 70,000-80,000, right? Then I'm making him manager, and then I'm making him partner, etc. Right? When you're in a situation like that's all your income that's coming in, you can go in and say, let me buy a property, a multifamily home, or maybe I'll buy a couple of homes here and I'll rent them out. At that point, you'll have extra income coming in where it'll be $1,500, it'll be $2,000, $3,000, and it starts adding up, right? Because, that's an extra, let's say, $20,000, $30,000 a year. So it takes your $80,000 that you're getting at your job, and now helps you go in over $100,000. That doesn't work for me, because the headaches of me having to deal with tenants and bullshit like that, taking away from me doing other things that's more profitable and more valuable for me. For example, if I have to go in, let's say I had a tenant and I had to go in and ask for rent or some random shit like that, and the person, or I gotta go and figure out how to fucking fix the toilet or some shit, I'm losing an hour, 2 hours out of my day, where in that hour, 2 hours, I could make $500 to $1,000. You know what I'm saying? So why would I go in and do that when I could go in and do something more profitable with my time? That's great for people that don't have the knowledge and the skills to get more income, or don't have other business that they can make more income, right? But that's great for the average person. But for most of you guys that we're here, we're people that we're thinking. You know what I'm saying? The average person that goes to the job, they're not thinking about educating themselves. They're not thinking about doing nothing else. They're not thinking about learning new skills or whatever. Like, they're living a regular life, and that's fine. But we don't live a regular life. If you found me, you're not a regular person. I'm being honest. You're not a regular person. You think the regular dudes that's on fucking Wawa right now, you think they're watching, a CodingPhase? They're not paying attention to that shit. They're going in, clocking in, doing their sandwiches, doing whatever they have to do, cleaning up the floors. They go home, they chill, they drink a beer, relax, right? And then they do the same shit tomorrow. They're not planning on changing that shit. A lot of people, they're not planning on changing that, okay? If you're here, it's because you're an individual that understands that you could do better, that you could go ahead of everyone else by educating yourself. You know what I'm saying? By investing in yourself, right? The regular person is not thinking about that. They're not thinking about that shit. You know how many friends of mine, I've told them, hey, bro, come to CodingPhase. I got you. You don't have to pay for nothing. I'll help you out. I even told one of my friends, I'll help you by buying you a brand new laptop. He don't want to do this shit. To sit down in front of a computer, to sit down on watching a YouTube. Some of you guys are working right now, probably, listening to me on the headphones. You think your co-worker is doing this shit? Hell no. He listening to the new Kendrick album. He's doing this, and that. He look, if it's a girl, she listening to some gossip shit. She's scrolling on fucking the shade room. You get what I'm saying? They're not doing the shit that it takes for them to change their life. That's when I decided a long time ago, I'm not hanging out with my friends like that. Like, I'll chill with them. I love them. And I love cracking jokes. I love fucking with them and shit like that. But I can't. This is one of the main reasons why I created this channel. Just to have a network of people that are like me. I don't have access to a lot of people. I don't have access to people that you know what I mean? Like, in a sense, that know everything that I know. Most of the times when I need to get access to people that's in the same time as me, it comes with a bag. I have to pay for it. That's just the facts, okay? It's very difficult to go in and get people that's in the same level as you, believe it or not, okay? Unless you went to like a university, or you're like in a fraternity, or you're at a job where you can network. I don't have access to that. So one of the greatest things that I've been able to create in this channel is a community of individuals that are like-minded, right? Just like you guys are trying to get your shit together, I'm still trying to get my shit together too, right? But what's cool about it is that by me creating this community and this platform allows me to bring more people like me together at the same time as me, right? I know so many people that came through CodingPhase that was doing some bullshit job, and now they're making a bag over $100,000, that now I have access to those individuals that I didn't have access to before, right? That now they put me onto things. You get what I'm saying? That's the beauty of this shit. This shit is like a fraternity. This shit is like a, you know what I mean? This shit is like a fucking, like, that's the shit that motivates me. Like, let's be honest. Let me ask you guys this, okay? Let me ask you guys this, okay? If you were able to go in and make, anywhere from $1,000 to $5,000, right? Will you be here on YouTube, right? And you're able to do this on a daily basis. Will you be here doing the shit that I do, right? Will you do it, right? Does it make sense to you, right? It probably won't. You'll be like, and it's a good question. It's like when people come in and say, well, if you're making so much money, why are you're doing this? Why do you have courses? It's like, well, I'm trying to fucking build people up so I could have access to them and have a network of individuals that are in the same time as me. You get what I'm saying? And with the same background, because I could go in and bump into, like, let's say, for example, I could go into a meetup group where there's business owners, entrepreneurs, right? But what happens is, and I've tried this, what happens is a lot of times you go to these meetups and you got people that got their noses up. You got people that, you might not mingle with. You know what I mean? Little Billy with the comb over. You know what I'm saying? Fucking the frat boy that now owns a business. This is and that. The guy that got his chest out because he made money with crypto. You know what I'm saying? Like, those type of individuals, I don't mingle with. I can't connect with. You get what I'm saying? You know who I could connect with? With you guys. Because you guys are regular people. Regular folks just like me trying to build up and move on. Coming from the bottom and building yourself up. So when I'm able to help a lot of you guys that come to this platform and do the things that I do, I'm putting you guys on game, right? I'm putting you guys on game. I'm teaching you guys the things that I've been able to unlock that other people might not even have taught me and not even put me on. But I do that because at the end of the day, it creates a network, right? Right now, there's Render ATL, right? Shout out to my boy Cam. He's over there, and a couple of other people's in there, right? A couple of people told me, yo, there's mad people from CodingPhase in here, bro. This shit is lit. I was supposed to go, but something happened. Some personal shit happened this week, and I had to go in and stay um, here in Florida. And also, too, my son's birthday is you know, tomorrow. So um, I couldn't leave. I couldn't go. But what's really cool is that now people are popping up at meetup groups, at conferences, and it's like, you part of Coding Phase. Yeah, what up, bro? Now it's like a fraternity. Motherfuckers, you know what I mean? Now we got our own table. And this is going to continue to grow. The people that's making $100,000 now as developers, guess what? Those same individuals in the next 3 to 4 years will probably be making $500,000 or more, right? Now, if you're going to go in and you say, damn, man, I would love to buy this building. It's around, $2.5 million. It has around 10 apartments. Man, I don't really have the whole money to put it together to go in and get this down payment to buy this building. But guess what? Now we got a network. Now we got a platform. Now we got a community where these individuals are on the same time as you, where you could go in and say, hey, man, tap on somebody's shoulder. Yo, there's an opportunity here, bro. I know you making bread. I know you're doing good. Yo, let's go half on this. The down payment is $500,000. You got 250? Yeah, I got 250. Shit, I don't got 250 right now, but you know what? This other kid might have it. And he's also part of the community. Now you got a network. You know what I'm saying? Like-minded individuals building themselves up, right? Where you could go in and reach out to people and you don't feel weird. You know what I'm saying? This is why one of the reasons why I don't go to a lot of conferences. I don't blend in with a lot of developers. You guys can see me. I go into a spot, I fucking stand out like a sore thumb. There's a certain swagger, a certain walk, a certain talk that I go in there, I'm a fucking dinosaur. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fucking, I'm an elephant in the room. You know what I'm saying? I stand out, right? And sometimes standing out is not good in certain environments. So I don't even do it. I don't go to spots like that. You know what I'm saying? Just because I just don't like the feeling of like people looking at you, people this and that. It's the same shit that when you see here on YouTube, when you see like a random troll or some random person, they don't fucking know me from a hole in the wall, but they already have a certain judgment. Now, you know who don't have a judgment? A lot of you guys that's here, because y'all relate to me, because y'all come from the same background as me. You'll be like, shit, I got a cousin just like Joe. Shit, Joe remind me of my friend that I grew up with. You know what I'm saying? That's the same feeling that I get when I meet a lot of you guys in person. That's the beauty about building a community. You know what I'm saying? Like-minded individuals get together, right? And basically link up. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing as like when girls go in, they like what they call that shit, croquetting or whatever, where they build the little things. It's a certain type of individual that's gonna go and sit down on a fucking rocking chair and croquet some shit. That's not everybody that's into that shit, right? Not everybody's into that croquetting and whatever, right? So you gotta join a community, right? Yesterday, it's so funny. I went to the supermarket, and there's a store that says something games, and it's my son's birthday. My son, he knows how to read. He's like, yo, Dad, there's a game store there. You know what we got to do? I say, all right, bro. After the supermarket, we'll go in there, right? I go in there. It's a store where they sell trading cards. And I go into this fucking place, and there's a bunch of grown men playing Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But what's interesting, there's a location for those individuals, and there's a community for those individuals that's into that shit. You get what I'm saying? Like-minded individuals that like trading cards, that like Yu-Gi-Oh cards, Pokemon cards. That dude, when I went in there, I was like, yo, I'm already standing out like a sore thumb, because you could smell a motherfucker that don't belong there. I show up with my kids, right? You know what I mean? My kid want to come in, and my kid's like, yo, they got this hologram, this, and that, right? So they're a little bit excited. But the guy that owns the store, he already could tell, like, yeah, bro, you ain't even supposed to be in here. This is the underground shit. There's some shit that people don't even know. Because it says, like, fucking games and this, and that. Grown-ass man with fucking Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Right? Now, in there, my mind, he could see my face. I'm in there like, yo, bro, get me the fuck out of here. Like, what am I doing in this place? All the fucking people looking at me a certain way, like, yo, he ain't no Yu-Gi-Oh player. You know what I'm saying? He ain't no Yu-Gi-Oh player. You get what I'm saying? So, it's the same concept, right? You go to some spots, right? You're not a developer. But then on top of that, then we have a sub-niche, a subsection. We're urban motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? We're blacks, Latinos. We whites that been around blacks and Latinos. You know what I'm saying? Like, you part of us too. You know what I'm saying? You ever been to a spot where you fucking go to a spot and they're like, you come in and everybody looks at you because they're not used to even seeing people like you in there, right? And it's fine, right? I get it. I'm not mad at it. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. That's the same way. If I see a little Billy with a comb over and he coming into the spot that I be on, we all gonna look too. But like, yo, he got a flat tire. What's going on? What's going on with little Billy? Right? Right? We're gonna do the same shit. Because at the same time, when you go into, there's certain communities and certain like-minded individuals, right? Now, of course, I always gonna give the olive branch, like, yo, what up? What's going on? Da-da? Like, I'm not one of those people. But the other people, they're not like me. You know what I'm saying? They're not like me and probably like you. You know what I'm talking about. You go to a spot, you could fucking tell, like, yeah, they're not even used to seeing somebody like you in there. You know what I'm saying? And it's fine. That's why I created my own community, right? When I see a troll, you're not even supposed to be here. You're supposed to be going to watch what's the new version of React, right? You're supposed to be, because we're a subsection of a subsection. We're a niche within a niche. And probably a niche within that niche, right? What do I mean by that, right? We're black, Latino, white, Asian, right? Motherfuckers that's coming from the bottom. Believe it or not, a lot of the people that do coding, they're poppy and mommy kids. These motherfuckers never even had a fucking real job. A lot of these people don't even they don't know what it is to stand up at a job for 8 hours. They've never had a job like that. They don't know what it is to get paid minimum wage. A lot of them, they don't know about that shit. That's why when we show up, we stand out, because it's like they've never even interacted with people like us. You know what I'm saying? And same thing with the Indian dudes that be popping up here and be fucking trolling and hating. They never seen a dude like me. Then they don't even know. They're like, sir, could you slow it down for me? I don't understand. They don't know about this shit. You know what I'm saying? In their mind also is a real developer is a white guy with glasses and a fucking plaid shirt, some fucking tight ass hipster pants, and some boots. That's their mindset, because that's all they know. They're living in the middle of nowhere. They don't know what's going on out here. So when they see me, automatically their fucking antennas start hitting up like ding 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 ding. What is this? This isn't what they told me was a developer. But what they don't know is that I'm a niche within the niche. I'm a niche within the niche. I'm a niche within the black, Latino, right? Poor motherfuckers that's coming up in this world, right? that's even interested in technology and interested in learning and investing time into this thing. I'm a niche within that. Okay? Then I'm a niche within the tech industry. There's not that many of us into this shit. And that's working. So now we're a niche of that. But then on top of that, we're a niche within that because we're also not papi and mommy kids. There's a couple of dudes in YouTube that now pop up, and you might see them, I don't know people's names and this and that they'll be like, oh, a day in the life of a computer science. You know what I mean? A day in the life of a software engineer, right? These motherfuckers, they might look like you and me, but they're not like you and me. They're papi and mommy kids. These motherfuckers, Ivy League school, this, and that. They never even had a fucking real job. They don't know about this shit. So for us, like I said, we're a niche within that niche, right? So when you come here to CodingPhase, you feel at home for that main reason. This is why people come back to this shit. And every day, why will you come back to this thing? You feel at home here. This is the spot for you. You know what I'm saying? You came into the trap house. You know what I mean? There's a bottle of Henny right there waiting for you in an L. You know what I'm saying? You home. You know what I'm saying? You home here, right? And that's the beauty of it, that we've been able to build a community. And as I continue to grow and continue to learn things, and other people here within the community learn new things, we unlock those opportunities for all of us and continue to put people on, right? When I come in here, people be getting this shit wrong. Like, Joe coming here for his fucking course. I don't even care if people buy the course. I don't need it. The reason why I do is because there's going to be one guy that's a Joe that's watching this, right? There's 59 people in here. I'm talking to you, right? You are willing to put in the work. Guess what? I'm going to help you out. You go to CodingPhase.com, links in the description, and I'm going to help you out. But I'm not going to do it for free because everything that I had to do and everything that I had to invest into myself didn't come in for free. Also, too, when you get things for free, you don't do shit. You have to have some skin in the game. Now, I have to go in and make it accessible to you. But at the end of the day, I'm not here to come in and get your bread. I'm here to build a network and build a community. You know what I'm saying? And have like-minded individuals and help each other out. Now, I'm not going to do it for free because it just doesn't make no fucking sense. How can I invest my time into you and you can't invest anything? That don't make no sense. When I go in and I have to sign up for a mastermind, I invest thousands of dollars. The last mastermind that I spent was $8,000. The one previous to that one was $4,000. The one previous to that one was around, it was supposed to be like $10,000. I brought it down. Same way how you guys do to me. Be like, yo, Joe, you can't give me a discount. I do the same shit to this mastermind. I'm like, yo, bro, come on, it's $10,000. Y'all can bring it down. I got 4 kids. Even though I got it, I'm like, bring that shit down to $3,500. You know what I'm saying? And I get a 65% off on this shit. Yeah, because I'm just like you. I'm trying to catch a deal too, right? But these motherfuckers, they know what they about to teach me. They're not going to give it to me for free. It's the same concept with here, right? I am going to help you out, but don't expect me to give it to you for free. It doesn't make sense, right? It doesn't make sense to do that. But understand that when I come in here, it's because I want to fucking help people. I want to build, relationships. I want people to be fucking up. I want people to learn from me. You guys have seen the growth, right? This isn't Joe from 2020. Joe from 2020, that's an old Joe, right? That's a old school Joe. Joe has fucking elevated. You know what I'm saying? I've been able to learn so much in the last 5 years, from business, from marketing to, growing, all of my businesses, finding new ways to monetize my skills, right? This is why we teach in the Profitable Developer course. But there's so many different things that I've been able to do in this last 5 years. It just has helped me even to grow as an individual, as a person. And I still make mistakes. But my mistakes are now way, way, way smaller compared to the shits that I used to do back in the days. You know what I mean? Like, again, going back to cars. I used to be buying cars like nothing. Give me $160,000, this and that. crash the car, lose $70,000. I'm not doing that shit no more. I'm fucking putting my money to work. Right now, I'm in a play. I'm not even gonna look. I already know I'm already up. If somebody could go in, search what's the top gainer for today. How much am I up? Okay, look it up. I started with, it was a 0.02. Right now it's probably a 0.3, 0.4. Go look it up. Anybody could do me that favor, because right now I'm live. If I switch the app, I'm gonna see. Can somebody tell me what's the price on the top gainer today? What's the price on it? Somebody do me that favor to see how much am I up right now. Open up, if y'all got Webull, open up Webull, check the top gainers. If you got a Google, just Google top gainer today in the stock market. It should be a stock called HTCI, HCTI. Can't remember right now. I don't want to switch up the app to check it, because basically then it's gonna close the live stream, and it's gonna take a second to buffer. Do me a check the link. Check the link. Well, the coupon code is 20YT video. 20YT video. If anybody wants to sign up to CodingPhase, get the 20% off, or you want to buy the profitable developer, use that coupon code 20YT video. Okay. Somebody, bro, tripping, do me that favor. Open up you can come back to the live stream. Open up Google and just search top gainer today in the stock market. Or go to Yahoo Finance real quick. HCTI. What's the number on it? Somebody do me that favor right now. What's the number? How much we up right now? So I can tell you right now. We got like 100,000 shares of that right now. At 0.2. Okay? Somebody do me that favor right now. That's not the price. 224. Hell no, that's not the price. That can't be the price. If that's the price, I'm a millionaire right now, bro. That's not the price. That is not the price, bro. 0.31, we good. We up. HTCI, there you go. Thank you for that. We up right now. Tony Yens is like, yo, I don't do that. I don't do this job. Mega chances is 0.031. We up right now. And I already took out profit. Because when the shit went to like 46 this morning, I took out profit there. Now I'm playing with the casino money in a sense. Okay? I'm just letting it ride. This shit is 3 cents. I got 100 shares, right? I believe this thing is probably going to go to at least 10. I got 100,000 shares on that, right? So you calculate that every time that it goes to 4, or every time that it goes 2 cents up, that's doubling my money there, okay? If it goes to, I'm letting it ride. I'm letting it fucking ride. I'm letting that shit ride. If that shit goes to 10 cents, 20 cents, if it goes to $1, it's a wrap. That's $100,000 right there. Do I think it's gonna go to $1? I don't know. I'm probably gonna take profit, because I'll be honest, I'm not gonna let it ride. Yeah, we going to $1, Joe, and let that shit ride. You make fucking $20,000 and you didn't cash out nothing, and you just fucking let it ride. Nah, I'm not doing that. I'll probably let it ride like 10,000. But again, what I'm saying with this is, this is why it's so important, bro. Be in a community, right? And learn new skills, bro. I'm telling you guys right now, this is why I'm so happy where I'm at right now, as far as like just my mood, just overall on like, a couple of days ago, I was a little upset because of some shit that happened, a mistake that I made, some bullshit. But at the end of the day, I'm like, yo, Joe, like, why are you upset? You live a fucking great life. Because just like you guys, even you could make all the money in the world. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, money doesn't make you happy, right? It's your family, your kids, your friends, right? That makes you happy, right? And I'm the type of person that when, I go through some situations that life throws at me, right? I get upset, right? I'm one of those people that I get upset. You guys have seen me. I've gotten upset, and when my mood is down, I'm like, yo, my mood is down today. It's because I have so much shit that happens to me. And what sucks is that, in a sense, everything is on me, right? So I don't got no family that got any money or anything. Like, God forbid something, like right now, knock on wood, I don't even know if this wood or something. Something happens to me, right? And I'm the sole breadwinner of my house. I'm the sole breadwinner of the family, of everybody. Like, people depend on me. And that's the shit that sometimes it gives me anxiety, because it's like, yo, all this weight sometimes goes on your shoulders, right? And even like here on YouTube, like when I see like negative comments and bullshit like that, it stays in my mind, because I'm like, man, I want to make everyone happy. And sometimes I don't even make myself happy, because I'm constantly trying to help people. I'm constantly trying to do everything that I can to help people out. And even when people talk shit here on YouTube, it brings me down, because I'm like, yo, people don't get it. I don't need to be doing this shit. It's like exposing yourself in the public, having to deal with bullshit, and then on top of that, people don't know what you're going through, and no one cares, of course not, right? But at the same time, it's like, my mood has changed. Because I have waves, I have ups, downs, and shit like that. Because it's constantly, I never have like a good fucking month. Like, every month is like some shit happens, a crash, or this and that. Somebody got sick, or this isn't, like, it's always something. So, my fucking mood goes up and down all the time, because of just the amount of fucking stress that I be having. But today I'm fucking really hopeful. My energy's up. I'm feeling really good. You know, making some good money. I'm able to come here, hang out with you guys. Give you guys some game. I have beautiful kids. Got a beautiful wife. You know what I mean? Shout out to wifey, man. She probably watching. It's a lot of shit that falls on me, but at the same time, I'm like, I gotta think positive, because every fucking time some bad shit happens to me, I get right through it, right? Every time I feel, because I'll be feeling like in my head, like I'm like, it's the end of the world. Every time some shit happens, I get like anxious, anxiety, and bullshit like that. It's like, oh my god, it's the end of the world for me. It's like, it's not the fucking end of the world. It's like, I always get through everything. It doesn't matter what it is. I don't know what I think, because I do so much good and I'm fucking constantly helping people out. It's like God never forgets about me, yo. Like, that shit is crazy. Like, I haven't been able to go to church in a while, but I swear it's like God is like on top of me. He's like, bro, all this shit, I got you. All this shit that comes to you, don't worry about it. Chill. I got you, right? Because I always go right through it. Like, no matter what it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, no matter what it is, it always fucking, it plans out. It works out. I don't know why. So, my mood is definitely up right now. I'm excited for all this cool stuff. I can't wait until this new platform that we're launching. Um, I just can't wait, because it's like, even I'm seeing, like, as I'm building this tool and I'm fucking using the tool for myself, for trading, and to help me out to understand, like, what did I do wrong here? What did I do right? Bro, this shit is a game changer. I'm like, yo, holy shit. All these mistakes that I was doing as a beginner trading, and this and that. And like, if I would have had this tool, I would have known exactly what to do to change this around. And yeah, man, like, it's just fucking crazy, because that's why I'm so excited. I'm like, because it's like, it's a fucking tool that really solves a problem. Like, when I created CodingPhase, and to this day, I'm proud of what I've been able to do here, because it really solved the problem. We're a niche within a niche that's within a niche. And on top of that, we've been able to get really good results for our students, and we've been able to teach people and help people. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of that shit, right? Now with this new platform trading, um, it's just like if it's helping me, and I've been doing this for 3 years. Imagine the edge that someone is gonna get that just started. You know what I'm saying? That's the shit that I'm like, it gives me hope. It's just like, damn, this could be a game changer for me too. Because how many people trade, right? How many people are in the world? We're gonna start at $20 a month, the subscription. I know I could get 1,000 people. That's $20,000 extra a month, right? Then on top of that, by the following year, I'll probably get it to 3, 4,000, customers on it, right? And because this niche is not a niche of um, like I give you an example. Like somebody comes into CodingPhase. If someone comes into CodingPhase, they might be excited one day and be like, "Oh man, I quit. I don't want to learn how to code." Motherfuckers come in and do a month, 2 months, 6 months, and they quit, not knowing that you're supposed to go in and learn everything that's on the platform. Some people don't do it like that. So you might have like a 6 months because people don't see the value. But in trading, in e-commerce, right? When you have a tool that generates you income and helps you keep your money or helps you just make your life more simple, people don't go in and be like, "Yo, let me cancel this shit. Let me quit this shit." No, you're making money. Why would you? You know, it's like with Shopify apps. There's people that have Shopify apps that are on their store. That's simple as a banner, right? I can give you an example. Like I have a Shopify store. I have a Shopify store that just goes in. The app just goes in and goes through all my products and gives it a discount for, like, let's say Black Friday or July 4th. Mind you, I've had this app for 3 to 4 years, and I pay $15 a month on that shit. Now, I could go in and unsubscribe and this and that, but why would I when it's making me money? You understand the power of this shit? Now, with trading is the same concept. If this shit is helping you make more money and it's helping you make better trades, why will you cancel it? Why will you quit? You're making let's say someone makes an extra $20,000, $30,000. What's $200 a year if you make $20,000 or $30,000 extra because of this tool? And then at that point, it's like you keep your customers. At that point, you go in and you just focus on the marketing and creating new features that the users only need. So this is a tool that I could see it. I'm probably gonna run this shit for like the next 5, 10 years. Who knows? Maybe more. And I'll probably cash out with a couple of millions. No cap. No fucking cap. Because if it's able to help me, that's the shit I'm so excited. It's like, yo, it's like my mood is so up because it's like, yo, bro, like in a sense, everything that I've been able to do has led me to this moment. You know what I'm saying? This is why I told you guys, this is the last year where I'm doing everything on CodingPhase. I'm just going to hire people to come in and do the day-to-day stuff. I'm going to still do a live stream on YouTube. I'm still going to do my meetings every Monday, right? But a day-to-day stuff, where answering the emails, fucking helping people directly, I'm not doing that shit. That's only being done this year, right? It makes no sense for me to use my time at that point to basically go in and just do everything just so like personal. It don't make no sense. I should have somebody that answers emails. I should have somebody that go in and do the customer service and all this stuff. I try to do it because I like to be personal, right? But it just doesn't make sense anymore, right? To do it like that. I'm only doing it this year. So if you want that full experience where it's just me helping you with everything, you gotta come into CodingPhase now, okay? Because this is the year that you're gonna be able to get that full experience. Next year, it's like I'm still gonna do the courses. I'm still gonna do all the stuff that I've been doing in CodingPhase. But when you send the email, it's not gonna be me answering your email. When you go in and have a question or something, it's not gonna be me. Only on Mondays. That's a 2 hours you're gonna have access to me, right? Right now you have access to me all day, right? Um, and that's because I'm focusing on, like I've been focusing so much on CodingPhase, but I want to focus on my other businesses, So most of my day, that's what I'm gonna do is just focus on my other businesses. I want to grow my agency for more digital products. I kind of left it alone. We've been, consistently making money, but I could have made more money if I gave it more time. So now that's what I'm doing. Now we're going for the M's. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like I have to show an example, right? I have to show an example. Like you see me, and in your head you must say, "Damn, we've been seeing Joe the same." Every year you see growth from me, but I feel like this year I gotta do some shit monumental, right? I gotta do some shit that, like, even for you guys, that y'all see me, y'all be like, "Holy shit, Joe, you moving like this?" And the way how I'm gonna do it is by getting the M's on M's on M's, right? And again, I want to use it to, to motivate you guys. Also, it's a good thing for me, but at the same time, it's like I want to show you guys what's possible, because I already shown you guys what's possible with, like, learning how to code, getting a job, you know, buying a house, having a Mercedes, have multiple Mercedes, have multiple cars in your house, fucking taking care of your family in the yard. I already shown all of that. Having 4 kids. There's people that can't even have 1 kid. I got 4 kids. You know what I'm saying? That's a flex. Not because it's like, yo, damn. It's not a flex to be like, damn, I want government assistance. It's a flex when you got fucking a $3,000 insurance, health insurance. It's a flex when your kids is going to fucking really good schools. I'm moving like that. I'm moving like that and taking care of my family. But now I want to go in and take it to a higher level that we haven't reached. You know what I'm saying? We need to be in private jets. We need to be fucking, you know what I mean? In a yacht somewhere. And we gonna fucking do it. I said this shit years ago. I said, once I get stable and I put all this shit, I do everything that I need to do, secure myself, we secure now. Now let's go in and fucking take it to the next level. If you guys never heard of John Olson, shout out to John Olson. It's a YouTuber. This guy, he basically, they come from money, right? But that lifestyle is what I'm about to have now. And the way how I'm gonna do it is I'm gonna get to the fucking M's this year, right? We already made M's, but when you make a M, right? You make 1 million, you don't keep 1 million. So for you to have 1 million, 2 million, 3 millions, you gotta make 5, 6 millions. And then now you could say, yeah, I got the M's. I got the M's on paper, but I don't got it on cash. I don't have it on liquid cash. Now we're gonna go in and we're gonna get it. Now we're gonna go in and take it to the fucking next level. And it's not through CodingPhase, and it's not through any other shit. It's by literally building businesses and software how I was supposed to be doing it all these years. But again, I gave my all to this channel, I gave my all to this platform, to everything. Y'all know this shit. I answer all the emails. I'm super hands-on. I do everything. Now, probably CodingPhase is gonna be 10%, 20% of my time. I'm still going to give you guys the best service that you guys deserve. I'm still going to do my meetings. But the day-to-day stuff that I usually do, like answering emails, fucking, like doing reference calls. Like, I have my own students that come to CodingPhase. And like, yo, Joe, can I use you as a reference? I'll be on the phone trying to help them get that job. I'm not doing that shit no more. I'm doing it only this year. 2026 is a different ballgame. I'm not doing that shit no more. It just takes too much time. I got to get to the bag. I could help as much as I can, but I need to focus on getting my bags, So that's what I'm excited for. I'm like, yo, like, you know what I mean? We about to live this John Olson lifestyle. Go look that dude up. I not look up to, but I envision myself living like that. You know what I'm saying? I envision myself living like that because, number one, I know what I'm capable of. I know what I've been able to do. And I've done so much by myself without no help. So now, how do I go and get to that level where we like, yo, we in Marbella in Spain. Yo, we just bought this new yacht. Yeah, my kids is going to a private school and, and fucking and here fucking stay at home. You know what I mean? Like a person comes in and teaches them at the crib type shit. Believe it or not, you're going to see it. What I'm telling you guys right now, this shit is going to be fucking epic. Give me 2026, guys. What we're going to fucking do is going to be so fucking epic that people's going to be like, yo, ain't no fucking way this fucking dude was in his fucking room, his first fucking video on the Blue Room, talking about, yo, the benefits of becoming a developer in 2017. Right? And a lot of you guys have seen the growth. You know, I'm not gonna be one of those people that be like, I'm flexing this, because even now I could flex with shit, and I don't do that. I don't try to sell myself as that. But you're gonna see the growth, little by little. Give me to the end of 2026. What you're gonna see is gonna be fucking epic. I'm telling you guys right now. Okay, y'all have seen every time I put a fucking goal and I say, yo, this is what's gonna happen. It has happened. Okay, my goal was like, yo, how do I make $1 million a year? We already achieved that. Okay, we already achieved that. Now, how do we go in and we say we're making $10-20 million a year? How do we do that? By going in and building software and as a service, and also too growing my other businesses that I've been having, and limiting my time that I put into CodingPhase myself. I already helped enough people one-on-one, did all that shit. Now it's like, we're gonna run CodingPhase. I'm gonna do this shit this last year, but 2026 is a whole fucking ball game. It's like, we're out of here. Like, I'm gonna continue doing what I do, but it's just, I'm getting my time back, guys. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting my time back. It's like, imagine this, right? When I got into CodingPhase, I started doing this, right? I didn't expect for this thing to take so much of my time, because I'm genuinely trying to help people, and I'll do anything to help that person to get the job and teach them the skills, all that shit. But it's so time consuming. I didn't think that I was going to be doing this shit full time. I thought that this was like a little side project that I was going to do, and just that's it. But as I saw the results and how it changed a lot of people's lives, I just gave myself into it, bro. So I basically stopped doing everything else that I was doing to just focus on this, and just like, okay, this is cool, but it's like, is my potential being CodingPhase? Or my potential is really being Joe and taking it to the next level? You know what I'm saying? So that's the shit that I realized earlier this year. I'm like, yo, like, I've achieved a lot, but not at the level that I want to achieve it, you know? Because if you give almost 10 years into something, right? For the average person, what I've achieved, this shit is fucking amazing. You go in and tell somebody, yeah, you made fucking $1 million a year. Like, the average person, that shit is fucking great. To me, I'm not an average person. I'm supposed to do 10, 20. I should be in a space where I could be like, yo, what's my $50 million move? So that's the shit that makes me fucking excited, because I'm like, yeah, we're about to do some epic shit right now, bro. And now I'm putting that pressure on me, like, yeah, it's time to deliver. And I'm letting you guys know. So next year when you see that, yo, Joe, you bullshitting. What's going on? What happened to this and that? What happened to the Dunkin' Donuts that you wanted to open? You know what I'm saying? What happened to the franchises you're supposed to be opening? Now I'm putting that on me, right? I'm letting you guys know, hold me accountable now. It's like, Joe, we want to see you on that $10-20 million on a yearly basis. Hold me accountable. You know what I'm saying? 2026, you see me bullshitting, hold me accountable, bro. Shout out to everybody in here. Guys, go check out the links in the description if you want. Profitable developer, okay? What's going on with the link? Somebody say, hold on, give me a second. Let me see what's going on. God damn it, man. Cloudflare is down, guys. Go to codingphase.teachable.com. This is the problem. This is the fucking problem when you use this services. You got Cloudflare, you got AWS. When one of them shits is down, the whole world is down. The whole fucking world is down. Even CodingPhase.com is down right now. But just go to CodingPhase.teachable. That's what but I feel special though when shit like that happens. It's like, yeah, everybody down. You know what I mean? Like, fucking AWS is down, Amazon down, all this shit is down. You know what I mean? CodingPhase is down too. You know what I mean? We on the same network. We in the same network. You get what I'm saying? Holy shit, bro. It's the outage, right? Everything down right now. But this the shit. When you're in the zone, you don't even know what's going on. And it's fine. That shit'll be back up later. China's responsible? God damn it. Get to the ends podcast. Nah, bro, look. This is a I know, Eric, you're joking and stuff like that. But this is one of the main reasons why I'm doing all the stuff that I'm doing. I don't want to focus on even, you see how I'll be like, hey guys, go check out CodingPhase. Like, I'm tired of doing that shit. I don't want to do that shit. Y'all should know already. Like, yo, just go to CodingPhase.com. That's the platform. It is what it is, right? You come in, I'll help you out. If you don't want it, I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, it's you. You're supposed to care about trying to help yourself out. But I'm not planning on like doing courses like that or doing CodingPhase is like my baby. I'm always gonna work on CodingPhase because I just love it. But that's one of the main things that I don't want to do no more. Like, I don't want to even pop up on YouTube and talk about, hey guys, go check out CodingPhase. I don't need that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not planning on like giving, as I'm making my bread and doing all the shit that I'm doing, like, I don't want to be like, yo guys, go to CodingPhase. Like, I don't even care no more. Like, if you know CodingPhase, you know CodingPhase. I don't want to charge people for anything, to be honest with you. But I gotta charge something because I'm not gonna do it for free. But at the same time, like, I'm like so past it by now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't wanna, like, in a sense, like, convince people to go to CodingPhase. Like, I don't want to do that shit no more. You know what I'm saying? I'm still gonna do my CodingPhase and do what I do, but I don't like the feeling of like sometimes when I come here to YouTube and then I'm like, I talk about a topic and then at the end I say, hey guys, go check out CodingPhase. I don't even like that feeling no more, because it feels like I'm trying to convince you when it's like, why should I convince you to do something for you? You know what I'm saying? Like, no. That's one of the main reasons why every single day I'm working towards even making CodingPhase less, how can I say this? Less important in my finances or anything that I do. Just because like right now with this new app that I'm building, I don't have to convince nobody. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to tell somebody, hey, do something for you. You know what I'm saying? People just gonna sign up because it's a service that works. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like, we're not doing no podcast of like $97 for a podcast. I don't care. Like, bro, I'm making like $5,000 a day. Like, do you think I need to be doing this shit? Nah. That's why I'm like, right now I'm not even gonna focus on that. I'm doing it this year because this is 2025. I want to help out as many people as possible. But other than this year, it's like, yo, CodingPhase is there, profitable developer is there. Don't expect no discounts. The shit's gonna be full price. You want it, you want it. You don't want it, I don't care. All my money is coming from other spots. I have no ties to CodingPhase of like, I need it. I do it because I want to. You know what I'm saying? So ACTI is 0.30. I'm waiting to this shit hits, like, once it gets to maybe 0.40, 0.50, 0.05, 0.10. I know it's gonna get there today. The day just started. Power hour at 3 o'clock. Once it gets to like 3:57, go look at that. Just know that I'm a 0.02 with 100,000 shares. Okay? And I had more than that. I cashed out at 0.46. And I just left 100,000 shares in there. I have 500,000 shares. Now I'm like, there's like casino money now. Now I'm just playing with the casino money. So keep track of that stock today. HCTI. If it goes above anything above 0.20 or 0.02, I'm up. I'm already up. But anything that goes beyond that 0.02, that's just like extra bread. You know what I'm saying? Again, not financial advice, not trying to tell you to do the same shit that I do. You do what you gotta do. You'll learn over time. I was just one of the regular people that be like, oh, all this shit is bullshit. There's no way to make money with stocks. You always lose money. Trust me, I was like that for almost fucking 10 years. Right? I started trading like, just buying like little stock, like I will buy an Apple stock, all the way in 2010. Right? But I would do like long-term stocks, stuff like for your retirement. Like, yeah, I'll buy this stock and, 20 years from now it's going to be a lot, right? Day trading just seems so fake and like, because you see so many people with like fake stuff, and just the way how they present it. But it's actually real, guys. Like, it's actually fucking real. I can't believe that this shit is actually real. Because if I would have known this shit, bro, I'm telling you guys right now, I don't even know if I would be here, bro. Like, bro, I always thought that trading was just fake. Like, I just thought like you lose mad money, that it's fucking fake, that all these people fucking be bullshitting the numbers. When you see a guy like Ross Cameron making like fucking, $50,000 a day, the average person thinks that shit is fake. I know it's real because with the little amount of money that I do put in, I see some crazy returns. So I could imagine him when he be going in with, 200,000 shares at $10. You know what I'm saying? Like, that dude be buying some crazy amount of shares, bro. And yeah, he be getting his bag, bro. When I grow up, I want to be just like him. Anyways, guys, I'm about to get out of here. I'm about to get myself some food. I want a little sandwich. You know what I mean? I deserve something, right? I deserve a little sandwich after having such a fucking great day. I'll see you guys later. All right, guys? Take care, man. Check out the links in the description when you guys get a chance. Just go to CodingPhase.teachable.com if you want it, because Cloudflare is down right now. But yeah, the coupon code is that, which is basically 20 YT video. Basically 20 YT video. That will give you 20% on CodingPhase if you want it. Okay, if you don't want it, hallelujah. God bless you anyways. Take care.